what's going on YouTube? I'm going to be doing a different video today. One of my buddies on YouTube, Richie L 1991, made a video about, what Pokemon means to him, and I thought it was a really cool video. And so I'm going to kind of talk about, my favorite Pokemon, how I got into collecting Pokemon, and why I'm collecting today. So I'll get into it. I was about 8 years old, and I'll just look through some of the cards I have while I'm doing this, that way it keeps, things rolling here. I was about 8 years old, and I remember going on the school bus, and all these kids had Pokemon cards in their binder, and I was always very interested in it. And my brother started collecting them, and my friend Josh started collecting them. So I asked my dad to give me a pack, and the first pack that I opened was a Shadowless base set pack. I think it was probably, I was 8 or 9. I think it was 8 though. And I got a Venusaur Shadowless out of the first pack. And of course I was showing it off to my family. My cousins only live right down the street. And my cousin was bugging me to trade him the Venusaur for a Machamp, telling me how much better the attack was and everything. And I almost traded it to him too, but I decided to keep it, and then I realized how much more expensive the Venusaur was than the Machamp. So as time went on, I collected, and then I started getting addicted to it. So my dad would buy, this is when Jungle came out, would buy a booster box of cards, and then if we did our chores, we'd get some packs. So that's how that worked out. So I would always do my chores and always open up packs, and I never really had luck pulling holos all that much except for that Venusaur. Mostly, my dad would buy singles from, flea markets like I do now. Buy singles from flea markets or stuff like that. And I remember the one time my brother and I each got a pack. Alright, there was the Charizard, obviously base set. There's a Charizard art and the Blastoise art, and he really wanted the Blastoise art. And to be a dick, I'm like, alright, I want the Blastoise art. So I took the Blastoise art and I opened it up. I got nothing. Well, he decided, then he opened the Charizard up, and he got a base set Charizard in the pack. It was unlimited, but I was so pissed because I got an item finder. It was so horrible. That's karma right there. I was being a dick and took the pack he wanted. He ended up getting a Charizard. So, that's how that worked. And then I remember the one other time he bought a whole bunch of fossil packs, and we just sat there in the truck and we opened them, and we got absolutely nothing. And that is why actually I have a lot of fossil cards. I did sell my collection a few years back to pay for rent, and my dad actually kept the little plastic boxes like that. They're maybe that thick. They've had the pop tops. He popped them open, and they fit like maybe 100 cards or whatever in them. He kept those. It was only rares and stuff. I think there's like 1 or 2 holos in there. There's a Poliwrath holo. And that's actually what got me back into it. Because I moved in my dad the beginning of last year. And I found them Pokemon cards. And I was like, alright, I'm going to start collecting again. I wanted to complete the base set. So we found a card shop at Zern's, which is a local flea market around here. And he had a whole bunch of base set stuff. And it was pretty cheap. I think I paid $15 for Charizard and like $2-3 for the Venusaur. So I finished my whole complete base set. And it's like, alright, well, I want to finish the Shadowless base set. And his buddy had a whole Shadowless set. He had, we bought his whole collection from him. I think it was $400. Got the whole collection off of him. And I just couldn't stop. So we kept on buying more and more cards. I was on unemployment for a while because I got laid off my job. So I was just spending unemployment money on Pokemon cards. And I was buying tons and tons and tons of cards. I mean, it's kind of slowed down now because obviously I'm off unemployment now and I'm looking for work, so it's been kind of slowing down. I have money in the bank, but I don't want to, blow that in all on Pokemon cards, unfortunately. But so yeah, that is kind of the story on how I began and kind of why I've started now. And well, I guess I'll start on my favorites. So we'll put some of these cards back here. All right, let's start here. At the number 5 slot, like I said in the story, Venusaur. It was the first holo that I ever pulled from my pack. And, it's a perma one. Here's the Shadowless first edition one there. Nice. So, of course, it was hard choice between this and Gyarados. I really do like Gyarados also, but being the first haul I pulled, it made it a top 5. And if you guys do this too, anyone who's watching this video, make a video like this, you know, tell them, you know, how you got into Pokemon and what your top 5, top 10 are, and make a video of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. Number 4, Tyranitar. I always felt like he was like the Charizard of the second gen. I mean, I know some might argue and say that Typhlosion was, but I don't know. Tyranitar to me just seemed more Charizard-like. I don't know. I just think he's a badass Pokemon. So, and that's only recently I really started getting into Tyranitar. So I am collecting them now. Number 3, Alakazam. I always liked Psychic-type Pokemon, and I really liked just the way he looked. He always looked really cool. And I liked the story he had with Kadabra, how Kadabra is now can't be printed anymore because of a lawsuit from Wizards. I guess there's a I don't know if it's from Japan or from America this happened, but I think it was Japan that a magician was named Kadabra, and apparently filed a lawsuit or something. You'd have to check the story online, but I'm pretty sure it's what I read. And they don't print Kadabras anymore, so if you're wondering why that is, well, that's why. But these are the 3 that I have. I have more, obviously, in my sets and stuff like that, but these are 3 that I have in my top loader box. E-Series one looks really nice, and then the Diamond and Pearl one that looks cool with his big mustache. Alright, number 3, which is a no-brainer, I'm pretty sure everyone should have this one on their list, is Pikachu. Obviously, he's just an adorable Pokemon. And he's like pretty much the Pokemon icon. Everyone knows who Pikachu is, even if they don't collect, they know who Pikachu is. 2 secret rare ones. Gold Star. Promo Delta Species one there. Birthday Pikachu. 2 Pokeparks, they're really cool cards. And the sealed movie one. Well, it's not from a movie. It was a promo that you got of the Lego movie around here, and I'm pretty sure the theaters did it too, but it's for XY. Alright. It was a hard choice between 1 and 2, but I'm going to have to give it up this way. Charizard is number 2. I've always loved Charizard. He's always been like my dream. The first edition is always my dream card. He's always been such a badass Pokemon. I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted this one. I didn't realize how easy this one was to get, because it was just a promo in the Neo binder promo set thing. But yeah, so I always loved Charizard, so I always collected, you know, I started collecting a bunch of them. And this is not really Charizard, but it's a Charizard line. Secret Rare Charmander. Base set Charizard. Unfortunately, it has the rarity symbol. First edition. Shadowless. First edition Spanish. Gold Star. I think that one's from Legendary Collection. Legendary Treasures, sorry. And there's a Secret Rare reprint. Wait, is it a Secret Rare? No, it's just a reprint. No, it is a Secret Rare. Secret Rare reprint, yeah. Alright. Now, any of you that have seen my channel for a while, you should know my favorite Pokemon by now. But if you don't, it is Mew. Mew is my favorite Pokemon. I've always loved Mew. I remember I always wanted to get the ones from the Fossil, and I was so disappointed when Fossil came out and Mew was not in that set in English. So I have collected a lot of Mews. And I have 3 more of these in my trade binder. I got ripped off on this one. This is pretty bad condition. This guy said it was near mint, but still I got it. Didn't feel like sending it back. Pop Series. Now these, I'll show you. This is actually Spanish too. Versus Mew. Alright, these 2 here, it's actually a color variation between these 2, which I thought was really, really weird. As you can see, one is extremely light, and it's almost see-through on the hollow. You can see the hollow straight through the card, as this one you cannot. I actually got this from SMG Quest, so I know it ain't fake. But look at that. Look how weird that is. This is a variation, I guess. That is for extremely worn, but I don't know how I get worn like that. And then I got Mew Prime and 2 Mew promos. Well, that's my collection, guys. Well, my favorite Pokemon that I have. Not really all collection, but you know what I mean. But yeah, you guys should make a video saying how you got into Pokemon and basically your favorite Pokemon is. Well, I'm at 10 minutes, so if you guys didn't already leave, see you guys later. Later, guys.